Hello everyone, and welcome back. We are now finally progressing to what I assume is the beginning of Act 3. And oh, I'm still very behind on my backlog. At the time of recording, this is now, what, Labor Day weekend? Episode 30 was probably just posted yesterday. I still have 20 more episodes to get up before this one. And I'm sad to say I lost a day of editing to playing Starfield, and that game is a lot more fun than I was anticipating, and I'll probably be doing some show live streams of that eventually, but for now we need to get a move on and get to the city because I am technically way behind most of the community. So without further ado, let's get going. Last time we were here, we defeated Ketheric wholeheartedly, and now we get to go back and celebrate and talk with everyone and probably officially recruit Jaheira. And then make our way to the city.
I have a lot on my mind, and well, in it.
I've been thinking
My eyes grow heavy. Best to make
You've got your breath. We ought to discuss our next steps.
There are important matters to discuss.
Why are you here? Okay, Gale, you... Prophecy delivering. What? What? Prophecy dead right. Casting a spell will result in important... Huh? How do you... I guess that's a passive I didn't pay attention to. What is delivering what? When you help an ally, you will gain a portent. Oh, I forgot because he can gain more portent dice when he does specific requirements, and I guess they show up down there like that. I forgot to look into that. But anyways, Gale, you got some words?
I can't help but feel like I've been fumbling in the dark for too long, and I've just had a lit torch thrust into my hands.
Yeah, that's a pretty apt description.
The crown! The one the Elder Brain was wearing. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete, that I didn't even recognize it at first. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power, the ghost of an echo of a memory. That crown was different. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it.
I wonder... So, I kind of already had a thing confirmed for me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we saw it. Yeah, we saw it. Gale used to be a Chosen. Chosen kind of have long lifespans for Mishra, so I wonder how much he knows of the original Netheril. Like, how much did he maybe interact with it?
That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding its true nature might unlock the means of our victory. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can.
To be able to go back to Candlekeep, even if it's just searching for a book, that, even if it's like a niche little visit, I would enjoy that. Because although it wasn't truly, I think, hammered into our knowledge in the first game, Candlekeep is a very important place in terms of knowledge.
Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving the arcane community for centuries. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Nethery sects are hardly commonplace, but I'm certain they'll have one or two stashed away. You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
I like that. Just giddy about the learning and the books and the place. I feel that. I really do.
You peril
Oh, Withers.
The shadows yet fester. The dead three united under cover of darkness. The balance shifts. There are depths to this alliance yet unplumbed. Consider, mortal. Do illithids possess souls?
Huh. That's a moral dilemma. Trying to think about an equivalent. Undead technically used to have souls. And it's the body being left behind that is doing things while the soul is already gone. But in the Lithid, I would say yes. Huh.
No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three amass an illithid army void of apostolic souls that could imbue them with power. A flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question thou must come to answer. Until such time, be availed of my services.
Oh yeah, by the way, we were talking about who or what Withers might actually be, and I don't know if it gets answered later, but I have a lot of thoughts, and I'm wondering. So he definitely is some sort of scribe of Kelemvor. They all have their duties, etc. Undeath was normal for them, so they could keep doing their work. But what if Withers is actually a chosen of Kelemvor? And, I mean, I'm sorry, not Kelemvor, the Jergal, old dude, before the Dead 3 came around. What if he is a chosen of Jergal? And considering how they function, it would make sense for his longevity and how much he may have just seen. Or he could just straight up be an avatar of Jergal to just kind of befuddle around Faerun doing whatever. Because he had been doing his job for such a long time, he practically gave away his powers to the Dead 3 just so that he could have a break. And Ao hasn't touched him. He's been allowed to kind of be a god without a purpose for all this time.
Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness, Baal, Lord of Murder, Merkel, Lord of Bones. Once judged, ascended, then vanquished, as one and as three. The alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the gods shudder. Where matters of balance are concerned, I am eternally cold.
One way gods can have additional power and support is by having official alliances with each other. And considering the magic stuff that he did talking about the weave with Arabella, I wonder if Mystra is keeping him relevant in terms of art, celestial power, deitic power.
No.
Yes, the good old no. This place never loads correctly. Those are supposed to be webs.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and 2 more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the dead 3 holding the chain. Reminds me of old times. Aren't you? It is good to savor the moment of victory. But pace yourself. Our fight is just beginning. When we met, I was licking my wounds. An old bear with her leg caught in the hunter's snare. Now I've slipped free of the trap and rediscovered my claws. It's time for me to hunt my prey. You have a nether stone, and you're on the scent of 2 more. These chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them. Of course, falling foul of Ketherick convinced me that my grand adventures were behind me. That even if I survived, I should hang up my blades. But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out the other side. I'd say I'm feeling a little refreshed. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. I will follow you wherever they lead. How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthalan's Dancing Axe. We do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set. I can recall how to take orders, as well as give them.
Oh, and she just pops out. Just checking with y'all, since we're just here.
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. Shah can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know. I'm sorry. It might be best kept until later.
You're still sulking a little bit.
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, he sought out people of courage and honor to fill its ranks. You saved Daniel, lifted the curse, and killed an immortal. It's safe to say you'd have been recruited in an instant.
Yeah, you may remember that, but history remembers the early Fist as being nothing more than a bunch of thugs with an official title of some sorts. No, they've gotten better in recent years. I mean, Will's dad is part of the reason for that, and then Abdul before him. They started whipping everyone into shape officially.
A Flaming Fist? A novice, actually. She dropped everything to make sure I made it here safe. I heard about Duke Ravengard's capture. If his soldiers are anything to go by, he is a man to admire and respect. I hope you can save him. For the good of Baldur's Gate. Thank you. But look at me. I am a relic. A glimpse of history barely strong enough to stand on his own 2 feet. Besides, Nathaniel should have someone here when he wakes up. It's the least I can do. You too, my friend. Thank you. From Nathaniel and I. It's like your mind wants you dead. How'd you survive it?
Aelin!
Oh.
Isabel! My love,
Oh.
you were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father,
I knew it.
he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing.
Oh. Oh. She really is tall.
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is... Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father. May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later?
We already knew that. Man, we found documentation already saying that, and we couldn't just talk to her about that beforehand.
I am. And I'm glad he's dead. But this is precisely what I want to speak to you about later. It'll keep. I promise. Very good. We look forward to it. Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Damn, girl.
We'll see you later.
A very old and very strong Asmar. She knows what she wants.
Horrible than you can imagine.
I like them together. They're good together.
Nathaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him. No more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Nathaniel to recover. They both lie dormant, like trees awaiting spring. Once the curse is lifted, they can stand as one or as a pair. Whatever they wish, I hope they will remain as a pair. It will be good for them both to have a friend, once I'm gone. Still, I would like to return here someday. see Thaniel and Oliver again. In my meditations, or perhaps in person, if the Oak Father wills it. I hope he does.
It'll happen. I know how much you care about them.
I have. But perhaps there is more that I want. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong at your side.
We know what it is.
And I'm glad to be had. Glad to be with you, I mean. I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. We can depart whenever you're ready. I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met sooner.
You did it. Catherick Thorm is no more. The Shadow's grip is broken. Soon, the land shall heal. Not as glad as I am. Nature moves at its own pace, and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it time. A reward shall come to you when you need it most.
Okay.
No fist left behind.
I'm glad that's still the case.
Time to press ahead.
And so I heard that,
How does the stone read?
The way is clear. The light
and I guess I confirmed it already.
The sooner we get
The Zentarum merchants that are back over here, they just straight up run when the fighting starts. So we'll have to get their loot later.
It's a grim task, picking provisions from the dead. But the way I hear it, the fighting's not done yet. You need to resupply.
The fighting's done. The fighting is over. We won. We're good. Do you have the same stuff, or do you have updated loot? I think you have the same stuff. Are you the same? Oh yeah, that. Huh, the value of that went down more than I thought it would. You still have that. What does shield do again? Oh yeah, AC and then blocking magic missile. Yep. I think... Yeah, we don't really need to get anything from you, as tempted as I am. Yeah, do you have any little bits? Probably not. It's supposed to. Wait, that's a good one. I don't need it. It's a shame to just leave it all behind. Except for this junk. Goodbye, junk. And I'll worry about sorting later.
Lady light away.
Hello, Barkus.
There you are. I was wondering where the devil you'd been.
Doing important things.
Who? Oh, right. Well, forget about that, McGungus. We have more important things to worry about. Like Wulbrin.
I'm aware of what he's attempting to plan.
Wulbrin and the Iron Hand Gnomes are planning something dreadful in the city. They have rune powder, they have motive. We have to stop them. Because they're a gaggle of vindictive crybabies with no sense of propriety. That is to say, they gabbed about their plans like a geese, and I overheard them. Like a very devious goose.
I
justice in one hand and the shield of self-righteousness in the other, we most certainly will. To saving the city. And my fool of a friend.
Oh. Okie dokie. So before we leave the area, I am going to quickly search everywhere for loots. So be right back. Okay, so I finished up searching for loot, and there wasn't too much left over. But I did notice we have these little rascals to check in with.
Why, yes. Once Althea is done with this song, we will be looking for patrons. All coppers welcome, pal.
Okay, that's it.
Let's get going. This place is a gold mine. I'm gonna make it.
Miss Althea wants to write us a song about you fighting Ketheric. But I miss Mole.
See, we never found her. I'm gonna assume Raphael did something.
Althea writing us a song. A stupid song won't bring Mole back. Tell her, won't you?
You're here. Good. That's good. Me? Oh, I'm fine. I'm just worried about the kids. Maul is still missing, and they haven't taken it too well. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But I think they're just humoring me. Maybe. I'd love to put on a show just for them. But it's boring if I'm the only one playing. I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city. Until then, the kids and I shall work on our masterpiece.
I guess that's a unique moment if you actually are playing a bard.
What's up for discussion?
Mole should be here by now.
Back in last light, I was racking my brains. How the hells do we get past the curse? And then a blinding light cuts through the darkness like a blade through butter. All thanks to you, I hear. Didn't think we'd make it without the old Hell Rider to lead us. But you did a damn fine job.
Yeah, where is he?
I would. He didn't have any fight left in him.
I don't like any of these options.
I looked up to him. We all did. But he let us down when we needed him most. There are less mouths to feed, but we still need supplies for the road. We'll scavenge what we can. Hopefully, we'll see you again in the city.
Okay, let's skedaddle on to Last Light check-in over there.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive.
Uh-oh.
Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There
Clearly.
are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies.
I'm keenly aware of this. Aww.
You have the makings of a leader. Your actions have already inspired those around you. Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey ahead. Her harpers, too. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Even if the buildings are demolished, there are always survivors. There are always those who will fight. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
So we'll find Minsk, most likely. I wonder if he'll talk about his current group. Being out of the tower, everything is so much smoother. But who is still lingering here, though? Probably no one. Oh, we got a few.
Whoever or whatever is causing that light is on our side. I have no doubt.
Oh, I can't trade with you anymore.
I don't think I've ever seen Harper's move so fast. What in the hells is going down at Moonrise?
Nothing anymore. Y'all missed all of it. I guess there's literally no one here. Okay, well, let's head to camp. Ah, yes, more discussions to be had. First, let me, you know.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the Absolute. How?
What? Oh, yes. Okay.
I'd never have protected a Bay Knight even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him.
Okay, so I don't remember if you outright told me Gortash is the one that sold you off, but now we know. So I guess when that fight comes, we'll have to make sure we keep her with us.
He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
I know, girl. I know.
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh? He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just, it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect.
His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zariel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
Huh. I guess that more so shows the corruption of Zariel, because she is in the mindset of win the Blood War at all costs, but at the same time, it also feels weird that she would intentionally drag in it. Well, no, this has to do with Avernus. Never mind. It makes sense. I'm thinking incorrectly.
Soldier?
Hey.
I would not linger in this land over long, but whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
Okay, guess you're tapped out for right now. Arabella, you still done? I thought you left, actually.
I guess I can take care of myself. I mean, I've gotten this far.
Huh, I could have swore you left after that one thing.
I never saw myself as a banisher of shadows before. I was always more of a lurker-in, historically.
Clearly. All right, Volo, what do you got?
Ah, my good... Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable.
You're just waiting to perform surgery. And you're still bugged with the artifact that you shouldn't be holding. Oh, I forgot I can't talk to you. Let's talk to everyone before the pair.
To Baldur's Gate. Voss will be waiting in this Sharess's caress.
Done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to give this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
Why is this still here? F it.
Alas, no. The charm Elminster granted me making myself invulnerable, immortal still. I see no harm in learning what...
Oh, that dialogue shouldn't be there.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun.
That's a good bit of passion.
Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's Gate flow through it. It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist and their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. Orin, I'd never heard tell of, but Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A self-styled strategic advisor to Baldur's Gate's peers. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even less for his advice. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like. Yes, but first, a question. If your home were under siege, what would you sacrifice to save it?
I guess this is an amended version of the destroyed village that he told us during early access. Considering we're drow, let's go with number 3.
I could never be so disloyal to Baldur's Gate.
Oh.
I was 17. Father, older Ravengard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called away to Elturel to help settle a dispute. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
The cult of the dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill, the Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. The first of Tiamat's 5 heads. As the maelstrom howls, Missoura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans.
Yeah.
That was the most Missoura's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie.
Well, also just anything involving Tiamat is kind of a threat to Zariel's power, so, you know, squash it the moment it pops up.
I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. It is the one scar I ever bore of it. Missoura replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world or the depths of the lower dark and still never shake her. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Missoura had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word. Go. So I did. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. I understand.
Yeah, that's a better backstory than what you originally had.
No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
That was a lot to discuss, Will. I'm glad to hear it, though.
Your path leads away from me, I sense. Be safe. Perhaps one day you will see the fruits that your victory has sown here.
Alright, now let's wrap up this episode by talking to the pair of them.
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd
back there.
By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me. A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped.
I forgot if there was a reason in one of the notes as to how she died. I really don't remember.
I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what. It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except for Aelin. She needs healing. Rest. I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospitality too long, but I'm grateful for a safe place to, well, just to be. Looking forward to a bit of rest, if I'm honest. It's been a long century.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer.
You're still quite dirty, girl.
Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and returned to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One.
See, you say that, but you're the one that fucked up Ketheric when he was in his bone form. I was just... Basically, my entire team was tanking him while you were just slapping his ass, but alright. I'll take your blessings regardless.
We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it. Pray, ask, and I will tell. Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb. Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder. Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour. We each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live!
Yeah, I've forgotten. She pretty much is a first-generation Aasimar.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. All right, Aelin, I know you're, I know you're horny for Isabel after 100 years, but I need you to tell me some more information.
In due time, Mother Selûne will tell me when the time is right. Painful truths should be handled with some decorum.
All right. Well, you seem pretty eager. I'll let y'all have the night. All right, so it looks like we are good for now. I will say this is officially the beginning of Act 3. I can't wait to make it to the city and actually see everything up close. So that'll be it for this episode. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe to the channel. And until next time, Y'all stay safe out there.